I've done, I don't know that I've ever put them in any books, but I have 2 essays on my blog about that. I think one's called Soldiers. And it followed actually this video of this guy who was a soldier who ended up killing himself, and all of the reasons why he did it. Like he left behind like messages and like, I don't know if to say a manifesto, but he left behind that, you know, his death notes kind of thing. And it struck me that, you know, I don't know, maybe it's this idealism that you get when you're young and you're joining the military or whatever. And then I think it's really rough for guys to, it's like that point where you realize the old set of rules or the old set of books versus the new set of books. I think if that's even 100, like that's like 10 times harder for guys who discover the difference between the old set and the new set while they are in the military, or they get out of the military and they don't know what to do with themselves. They don't have the same purpose that they did when they were deployed. And so a lot of them will just get back in, right? Or else, you know, it's the wife leaves them, they takes the kids, whatever. She's got military benefits now, you know, got what she wanted kind of thing. And yeah, they lose their shit. And that's really tough, I think, for particularly for soldiers. Because it's like, what do you do? The sense of purpose that you had, and this is me spitballing here, but it seems to me that the guys that I've talked to in the military who have been in that situation, they had purpose when they were in the Corps, or they were, you know, in whatever branch of the military they were in. And then you take that purpose away from them. And then on top of that, most of the guys who get despondent or lose their shit are the guys who get put through the divorce ringer, or the wife leaves them while they're on deployment, or he finds out the kid's not his, whatever, you know. And that just compounds the problem of already maybe having experienced some real shit at the same time. And so, yeah, there's the tendency to want to sedate yourself, and that is absolutely the wrong way to go. Now, I'm not a psychologist. I am not a counselor. I don't even play one on the internet. But it seems to me that there are healthier ways to deal with that discontent and that lack of purpose than it is in just like, you know, sedating yourself with whatever your sedation is. And you don't have to be a soldier. Most guys will turn to sedation. If they don't think that, if their lives are not where they want them to be, they end up turning to sedation. That sedation can be porn. It can be alcohol. It can be prescription drugs. It can be too much weed, your edibles. Like, yeah, we just made it so much easier, by the way, for guys to get even more sedated. Let's not try to limit people from their sedation and like kick them in the ass to do something like that. Let's give them more of it. Let's have, you know, why not? It's recreational. I'm not against weed, by the way. I'm not against CBD. I'm not against any of that kind of stuff, but I do see it for what it is. Shit, I made a good career. I still do make a good career out of selling alcohol, but I understand it. I sure as shit do now. Sure as hell do now, man. I'll tell you, I keep seeing these, I think Aaron Clary put this up not too long ago. I see these stories about how alcohol use amongst women is at its all-time high in the United States. I'm like, dude, work in the wine and spirits industry, and you will see just how ridiculous that is, because it's like, it's been that way for a long time. It started accelerating right around the Sex and the City times, right around the mid 2000s, when everybody all these chicks wanted to get with Mr. Big. They all wanted to be whatever that chick was, and let's have an apple teeny. That was great, man. Let me tell you something. That flavored vodka went through the roof because of that show, man. Thank you, ladies. Keep drinking. Please keep drinking. But that's what it is. I know what it is. If you're not gonna listen to me, then please, I'll be happy to take my royalties. I'll be happy to take my money from you. But that's what it is. It's sedation, or it eventually can become sedation if you don't recognize it, you don't acknowledge it, you don't have some sort of limitations for yourself. And that, I think, is the hardest thing. I should talk about that.